discussed yung mga definitions and the state functions, path functions. Let's tackle one of the path functions in chemistry. Okay, you have yung heat. So we define heat to be the flow of energy due to temperature difference. And then we know from heuristics that heat flows from a hotter object to a colder object. To a colder object. Okay. So, eto, and then we have yung units niya, could be a calorie or a joule. So, yung calorie, baka dito tayo hindi familiar, ano? Pero yung calorie na yan is basically the heat required to change the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So, 1 cal is i-erase natin yung ito yung conversion factor niya, 4.184 joules. Okay, so 4.184 tatandaan. And then joules is yung SI unit. Let us take note nitong conversion factor na to, yung 1 calorie is equal to 4.184 joules. And just as a note, drawing ako dito ng something. If this is at 30 degrees Celsius and this is at 50 degrees Celsius, I asked this question: how will the heat flow? Will it go from left to right or right to left? Okay. Now, ang correct answer for this one would be this one. It will flow from right to left. Bakit? Kasi mas mataas yung temperature sa right kaysa sa left. So ang flow mo dapat is from hotter from a hotter object, from a hotter side to a colder side. So ang flow dapat ng heat is from right to left. Okay? Eto. So for energy flowing from the system to the surroundings, the heat is negative. Yung energy. So the Q for this one is less than 0 or just negative. And this is exothermic. Okay? And then for energy flowing from surroundings to the system, yung system natin, and then ang nangyayari daw is pumapasok siya, the heat is positive. And this is an endothermic process. So, para madali siyang matandaan, I guess, exo, parang exhaust, nilalabas siya. Exhaust ng kotse. So, nilalabas ng system natin yung energy. Endo naman, pumapasok siya to our system. It takes in the heat. So, endothermic siya. And then, for the signs, we can just think of it as so, for example, itong sa unang diagram, exothermic siya. Nilalabas niya yung energy. And we can look at it as, yung system natin loses energy. So, kapag naglo-lose tayo ng something, negative siya. Madalas, diba? Okay? And then, while dito naman, sa pangalawa, endothermic siya. Pag endothermic siya, pumapasok yung heat. Okay? Pumapasok siya. So, nag-gain ng something yung system natin. Nag-gain siya ng energy. So, that should be positive dahil gain siya. Ito ay loss. Ito ay gain. Kaya positive and negative. Negative to dahil loss, positive to dahil gain. Okay? So, the heat follows the sign conventions. Positive siya if it goes into the system, negative if it goes out of the system. So kung meron tayong reaction, tapos nag-release siya ng heat, that would mean exothermic siya. And yung heat natin doon would be negative. Okay? So going to the calculation side of heat. So we have this equation. Q is equal to mCp delta T. Ito, this is yung Q natin is yung heat. And then yung M natin ay yung mass or moles. And then yung Cp natin ay yung specific heat capacity. Or actually heat capacity lang, not specific heat capacity. And then we have yung delta T, which is the change in temperature. Okay. Let's go dito sa specific heat capacity, ano? So, ano ba yung specific heat capacity na yan? Heat capacity na yan. So, itong specific heat capacity na yan, pwedeng dalawa ang units niya. Pwedeng naka-joules per gram degree Celsius or joules per degree Celsius. Okay? Etong joules per gram degree Celsius na yan, this is yung specific heat capacity. And then itong joules per degree Celsius is just heat capacity. Okay, ito yung kaya may slash dito. Kaya naka-or siya. Okay? Baka siya tinawag na specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity siya kasi specific siya for a substance. Like kahit steel. So yung grams dito, yung grams na nandito, ibig sabihin corresponds to the grams of steel na meron ka. Ganun. Pero just the important thing here is tandaan kung ano yung units ng specific heat capacity and ng heat capacity. Kasi magbabago yung application natin depende sa kung ano yung units nung heat capacity na binigay. Okay, ayan. Before employing the formula, the units of the right-hand side should cancel out to joules. So, tingnan natin yung right-hand side. So, M, Cp, delta T. Tingnan natin. Yung M natin, ang units niyan, more likely ay kilograms or grams. Halos the same lang naman. Yung Cp naman, joules per, try natin ay na specific heat capacity mo. Grams, degree Celsius. Sige, grams na lang natin tong mass. Para madali. And then, yung delta T natin ay degree Celsius. Kapag magka-cancel out ba yung mga units, tingnan natin. In degree Celsius, magka-cancel out. Yung grams, magka-cancel out. And then, ang natitira na lang ay joules. Okay? So, paano naman kung ganito? mCp delta T. Tapos ang units ng Cp natin ay naka-joules per degree Celsius. May mas tayo dito. Sorry. Mali. Oops. So, yung mass natin ay grams. Tingnan natin So, kapag multiply natin yung mga units, mawawala si degree Celsius. Si grams, hindi mawawala. Hindi siya makakancel. So, ang magiging ano dyan is joule times grams. Which, hindi siya tama. Hindi siya tama, di ba? So, dapat, ang gawin natin, dapat ang mangyaring result dyan ay joules lang siya. Ito, sabi dyan, should cancel out to joules. So, dapat, hindi to joules times grams. Dapat, joules lang siya. So, anong tamang gawin dapat dyan? Well, di tatanggalin na lang natin yung M, yung mass. Wala na siya. So, magiging Cp delta T na lang siya. Joules per degree Celsius and then degree Celsius. Then, magka-cancel out lang yung degree Celsius. And then, ang matitira is joules. Okay? So, nag-iiba yung formula na to depende sa units ng specific heat capacity, yung heat capacity na binigay. Depende sa units yan. So, Q equals M Cp dt, Cp delta T, sorry, kung joules per grams degree Celsius. Q equals C delta T kapag ang units ay joules per degree Celsius. Okay?